again, just connecting with that breath, and we're preparing to then start the chest, neck, shoulders and head routine. So he's got quite a bit of hair there on his chest, so you're going to need to get a little bit more oil. Okay? So we start with double hands on the heart chakra.
Oh no, please don't run out.
And then we are sweeping effleurage over the top of the pecs, coming around the tops of the shoulders, underneath the top traps, connecting at the base of the cranial, and then we are reversing our hands and coming back to the heart chakra. And we repeat 6 to 8 times.
Yeah, I like this.
Keeping the connection because you're going back up with the back of your hand.
Yes, that's it. So I'm reconnecting as I'm pressing here gently, okay, just underneath the cranial, and then reversing my hands, coming back up, and then using the palm of the hand again to effleurage around. Okay, so we do that 6 to 8 times. After the 8th time, we then reconnect with our double knuckles, and we're double knuckling it across the top of the pecs. Being careful if you're working with a lady to not go into the breast tissue, okay? So it's a double knuckling, and we're sweeping down, applying pressure outwardly, keeping contact with the skin, and coming back into the center. So we're sweeping it out.
This wouldn't be in a full body massage, this would be a separate treatment? Or
no, this is in a full body massage,
yeah.
Yes, if they want you to work, yeah. So you should be doing this over the next couple of days in your case studies.
Okay.
Okay? So we do this again 6 to 8 times, just taking your time with that. So we're just stripping away those pec muscles. This is very good as well if somebody is experiencing anxiety, and you can actually start to feel it. When you're picking up from the client, you'll actually feel it in your own body, okay? So if the person has a sore head, you'll have a sore head. If they have a migraine, you'll feel a pounding at the front of the head. If they have a sore chest, like when you're here, you might feel it come up and it will hit you behind the backs of your own shoulders, or you'll feel your own chest physically tighten. This is you beginning to do energy work. Okay? So we've done this 6 to 8 times, and then we transition, and then 6 to 8 times, okay, we come back into our upper body effleurage.
So you do the effleurage twice?
Yeah. So now we're going to come into side effleurage. Now, in a previous treatment, I remembered when I was doing this at the beginning that Tim told me that here his left shoulder had been really bothering him, and certainly on my 20-minute session I did with him on his back, I know that this side of the shoulder had more going on with this side. So automatically I want to turn the head to the side. Now I'm supporting his head with my right hand, and then with my left hand we're coming in and we're doing side effleurage. Now watch where my hand goes. It travels up over the top of the head, right? So what we're doing is we're sweeping all the energy that we're releasing from the pecs over the shoulders, coming up the traps, up the scaling muscles, SCM, taking it up over the top of the forehead, and we're taking it away. If at this point the person's got a lot going on, you can actually feel it in your hand, and you might have seen me before flicking. So what I'm doing is when I'm taking their energy, I'm flicking it away, okay? And we just repeat that. So you do one full effleurage here, bringing it back, and then your second one comes here, and then you come back. Okay, so you can do full effleurage if the person needs it to come right up over the top of the head, you can, or you can just completely focus it, so it's more of a focused side effleurage on the side of the arm coming into the neck and forgetting the head. Okay, so sometimes I just do this, and sometimes if the person's got a lot of block chi in the head, I'll be using my full 6 to 8 sweeps coming over the head, or I'll combine it.
And if you've got a woman client, do you ask them to tie their hair up if they've got long hair?
No, I love having the hair down because I like getting in with the hair and working with the hair, and you can pull the hair at the end as well.
And in this instance, where would her hair be? You just have it hanging
Just
off the bed?
hanging down, yeah.
Okay.
If you're not into working with hair, tie it back, okay? Okay, so we've done this again 6 to 8 times, and now we're going to come in, and you know this, we're coming in with a loose fist, okay? So we're loose fisting, coming down the side of the neck, the scalene muscles, the SCM, and we're applying pressure from the top of the neck, and we're sweeping down, taking the pressure off as we come to the shoulder joint, taking the pressure off, okay, but keeping contact, and we're pressurizing down, okay, so I'm pushing down with it. So here's a loose fist. All right, we know this, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, this is nice. So again, he's really tight here, so really take your time. So again, I'm becoming more focused on my loose fist. This is a general, see that big sweeping movement? That's general. Now he's got quite a good long neck and shoulder. As I'm moving around, I feel it holding here. So what I'm doing is I'm moving my loose fist down a bit. I'm slowing it down, and see the way I'm getting a bit more focused with my knuckles there? Yeah, because I'm just finding a bit of point of tension. That's lovely. Again, if somebody's got a lovely loose neck and a lovely loose top trap there, you just do that a couple of times and then move on to the other side, okay? Now, and I'm going to combine it and sweep it up. Now, this SCM here, okay, that's a big part that connects. This is responsible for the neck turning, and it connects here from the side of the head, and it comes into the side of the muscle tissue. If somebody's got sore heads, or if somebody's got, I've got a really sore neck and I can't quite move my neck right, what you can do is find it, right, here it's here. You see that there? That's
Yeah.
it, okay? So what you want to do is connect with this. Now don't put any pressure on it at this point in your career, right? All you're doing is tracking it down, tracking it down, tracking it down, tracking it down. You're going to come to the point where the neck meets the top trap. You don't press it here, you come down, 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 down. Right, you see right in the center there? Right, take a deep breath. And you press down. Now if that's really painful, right, hold it. Just hold it. And you'll see him taking deep breaths if it is sore.
What's that called again, that band?
SCM, sternocleidomastoid muscle. Again, it's a ridiculous name.
SM.
SCM.
Oh.
You'll find it SCM, okay? If you're looking in an Eastern module book, it'll be called the outer line, the lateral line, or band 3, sometimes it comes in at as well.
Okay.
Right, just find it with your fingers at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so we hold this, and this can be really nice, okay? When you
Hold that for
I would hold it, if it feels quite loose, I'd hold it for about 10 seconds. Certainly, if it feels tight, I'd give it a good 30 odd seconds, okay? When you get into more advanced forms of massage, there's an awful lot more that you can do here, okay, with your that's a bit of acupressure work, all right? And again, we want to drain that out and give it some nice loose fisting, okay? And then what we're going to do now is just drain it out, take that lovely block chi out of the top of the head, flick it away, and then we're going to bring it around. I'm supporting the head now with my left hand, I'm repositioning my right hand, and we repeat that full routine on the right. It's exactly the same way, okay? So I've done alternate there. I'm now coming in with a loose fist. Okay, and I'm now coming in with my acupressure point right in the middle of that area. See him take the deep breath. Watch out for the client breathing. Deep breaths are a sign of the client really releasing, okay? When the muscle's fully released, you'll find that the client's breathing will go back to normal. Okay, and release. Give it a bit of love. And finish up around the top of the head. Okay, now we're going to bring the head back into the center. I've got both hands here. My fingers are pointing straight, so the palms of my hands are open. I'm not digging my fingers into the client's neck, right? Now, a lot of the energy, where will it be now? From what I've been telling you about how energy moves, we've just drained it from the pecs, the shoulders, the top traps. We've done a bit of movement around the neck. Where is it?
The neck.
Get it out the head.
That's it, yeah. So it's going to try and leave now on the head, all right? So what we want to do, I've got both palms here. I'm now draining it from under the head. Okay, it's very, very slow, but that can feel really powerful if somebody's letting a lot go and let it out, okay? Now, we want to come into a praying. Again, this feels amazing, right? I love praying. So we're going to pray on the top of the forehead 8 times, and take your time with this. Pray 8 times. And now we're going to stroke up the entire face. So this is a full stroking effleurage movement. 3 times. I can feel this coming away from him.
How many times did you do the praying thing?
8. 8.
Sorry, I missed it.
And then we're coming into side effleurage stroking. 1, 2, 3, take it off, and 1, 2, 3, take it off, and now I'm going to combine it with a full effleurage. Beautiful. And I'm going to come back to praying on the head 8 times, because as we drain it from the jawline coming up the cheeks, it then moves again up to the eyeballs and the eyebrows, and it's trying to leave, okay? Okay, now we're coming in with some acupressure work. We're going to put double fingers here, just directly below the bottom lip in the center. And we hold for 5 seconds. We then move to the outer parts of the mouth and we apply pressure for roughly another 5 seconds. Again, if the client's taking some deep breaths, really hold that. If he wants to go on for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, stay with it. Okay, we're now draining it up, and it's coming up under the cheeks, onto either side of the nostrils. We're pulling up, and then we're coming to the acupressure points here that sit right on the inside part of the eyebrow. And again, we're holding. Then we're moving our fingers over the top of the eyebrow. Now, we don't touch on the underside of the eyebrow or the underside of the eyelid, because if the client has contact lenses in and they've not told you, it will move the contact lens.
I got contact lenses on.
Okay, so err on the side of caution on the eyebrow or just above the eyebrow.
That would freak me out if somebody did that. Even if it didn't move
That'd
my
freak me
eyes.
out if I moved them.
So we're keeping pressure here, and then as we come to the edge of the eyes, we take the pressure off. We're keeping contact with the skin. We're coming under the eyebrow. We're sweeping up, and we're coming to a finger width depth just above where we were before, okay? And we're applying gentle pressure again, and we're sweeping around. These are all really important energy lines that you would use like in shiatsu, any type of kind of Japanese energy work. These are all the energy lines here. There's absolutely loads that you get around the face and the feet and the hands. So again, we're here, we're keeping contact with the client, sweeping it back up, and again, we're coming to another finger width. So I'm now sitting in the middle of his forehead, very, very slowly. Again, do this slow, don't do it fast. I've got pressure. Coming around to the side, okay, taking the pressure off, coming further down, and I'm coming up. I would do this, remember when we were working the heel of the foot and I said roughly 5 finger thumbs up, right? As a rough tracking system, you want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if the person's got a massive forehead, then put in more. Okay, so we're coming back down again. Bringing it around. On your last one, right, when you're coming back with your double fingers, you're then going to feather with alternate finger. Okay, come back into your praying again. Praying is a bit of a transition movement, right, when you're working with the head. A bit of love, that's it. Okay, so as we pray, we're then going to full effleurage over the top of the face 1 to 3 times, and then we're going to stroke it on alternate sides of the forehead away, 3 times on each side. And then your final one is a full stroking coming back, and then we're feathering with 3 fingers, and then 2 fingers, and then 1 finger. Right, that's your face routine. Now, the energy also now has collected in the ears. Ears are as brilliant as hands and feet. What I want you to do is to come to the ears and do a full manipulation of the ears, right? And a lot of you, when you do this afternoon, right, you're going to be like, wow, feel that, that feels so good, okay? So we're coming in. This acupressure point here at the top of the earlobe, if you just hold this for about 5 seconds, can feel really powerful. As you come to just the side here of the ear as well, you want to pinch there for again a good 5 seconds. And remember when you're pulling down. Now, we're going to be doing finger circles behind the ear, behind this area. You can do that up and down about 3 times. And then I will let you choose. Some people get a bit grossed out by this, but I think it's so effective, right? You then bring your fingers to inside the ear. This area inside the ear is full of acupressure points. It's so sensitive. So you want to stimulate inside the earlobe and all around the ear hole, inside the earlobe as well. This gives the major shivers down the body, massive release work. Right? Feels so good. You don't need to do this again if it's a bit too personal for you. Okay, when you're finished, you then put your fingers on top of the ear flaps that cover the ear hole. And just connect with that client there. And release, and then we finish with the palms over the ears and over the eyes. So we're sending the soul into darkness. Again, this sends a darkness into the eyes. So it allows the soul to connect with the physical state as well. This can be very powerful. If you've done some really good work, don't be surprised if your client sheds a few tears at this point. Again, sometimes people don't experience any love at all, and it could be the first time that that person has maybe been touched in years. So if you do a really good treatment at this point, that person can really feel you. So very slowly taking the hands away. And again, if you're connecting with that client, let the energy just come up, right? Take your time, take it up, and just give that energy to the heavens. Take your time with it. Okay, shake it out if you can still feel it on you. Back into your praying. Connect with your client again, give it a good, if they've got a lot going on, you know to give it a bit longer. Taking the hands off at the same time. I don't rush this, right? Repositioning, right? And you see that, that's so comforting. You put your hands back where you started again, right? And again, you need to use your own instincts how long you stay there for. If you've done a good physical treatment, you can stay like this for 5 seconds, right? If that person's going through an awful lot, you can do a good 45 minutes stay on here. Okay, and then take your hands off as you feel ready. Okay guys, that's you.